We're back to the Neil Haley Show and the Media Giant Effect. And my guest today is going to teach me about how she empowers women and helps them, and also helps their style. So I'm excited to welcome to the program Susan Salter. Susan, thanks for stopping by. How are you?
Thank you, Neil. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about specifically how you got involved to help women. What was that motivating factor that made you say, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, for me, it really started, as a young girl when I realized how I showed up. I've always been interested in fashion and the impact of how you dress and how that makes one feel. A lot of times, when you have a great outfit on, you feel more confident, right? But and being in corporate, right? I was in corporate for 30 years. And as a woman in corporate, I, had reached the senior director level. Oftentimes I was, there wasn't many women in the room towards the latter part of my career. So I really, when I decided to leave corporate and retire, I really was passionate about empowering women to step into who they are as a woman, being authentic, not feeling like they have to be a certain way or adjust to a certain environment, and really stepping into who they are authentically, showing up authentically. And that includes a combination of mindset work, building that confidence, not self-sabotaging, and then working on the external. How do you want to show up? How do you want to dress? So I always say I style women from the inside out.
Okay, so by styling women from the inside out, kind of that's the important. Do you see that as success in life? If you feel good about yourself, it sounds like if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it really manifests into all aspects of your life. So in the internal work, it really is centered on your thoughts, right? And dealing with your emotions and dealing with your thoughts. Self-sabotage is really rooted in those self-limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. And everybody does it, right? We're human. And we're always going to have self-doubt, and those negative thoughts are going to creep in, but it's how you manage them and seeing the connection between the thoughts that you're having and the results and the actions that you're getting from those thoughts. And if those two don't feel good, then that needs to adjust, right? So we work on tools to manage your thoughts. And then once you start to build that confidence and use those tools on a daily basis, then you can work on, okay, now that I have this confidence, I have these tools, I know how to manage my mind. How do I want to show up? Because people are looking at me and making opinions. Everyone's, people are making opinions and judgments about you before you even speak. And a lot of that has to do with the physical presence that your body language, how you dress, how you're showing up. So if you don't feel good enough about yourself to really step in to how you physically are looking, then there's going to be doubt, right? By others.
And so how do you keep from, how do you help your clients in that way figure out how to feel confident? What are some ways? You said inside out, feeling good about themselves in certain ways first. Kind of explain a little bit more to me.
Yeah. So what I highly recommend right out of the gate is establishing a morning routine, where part of that morning routine is doing a thought download. So really getting the thoughts that are in your head and verbatim writing them down, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? And then reflecting on those thoughts. Maybe your thought is, I really don't feel good today mentally. Why is that? Reflecting on those thoughts, and then ultimately asking yourself, as you write down examples, is this ultimately true? So 9 times out of 10, it's not. It's the stories you tell yourself.
So these stories start the day, and then causes everything to not go the way you want.
Exactly. When you start out with having negative or self-deprecating thoughts in the morning, as soon as you get up, then imagine what your day is going to be like if you don't confront those thoughts and deal with them right then and there. So that's what I highly recommend, is everyone have a morning routine where you write down these thoughts, you self-reflect on them, ask if in fact they are true. They're not going to be true. And then that gives you sort of that upper hand in your day, because then you can go back and say, no, that's not true. No, that's not true.
Oh, wow. And if you do that, it starts the day. So give me like 3 quick tips that could help women today. You said the first thing is about that morning routine. What else?
Yeah. So starting a morning routine, definitely getting outside, moving your body, taking a walk, taking breaks during the day, giving yourself that time to rest when you need to rest, not always feeling like we have to go without taking time for ourselves. So many women don't take time to care for themselves. They're so busy caring for others. It's important that we take care of ourselves. And that also leads into the fashion sense, the style. So many women wear neutral colors. And the reason why they wear neutral colors is because they don't want to be seen.
Wow.
They don't want to call attention to themselves. I want my clients to walk in a room and everyone turn around and say, I want what she's having. I want to be like her, right? And you can still wear those neutral colors, but it's how you hold yourself, how you walk into a room and you sort of capture the audience. There's an energy about you that draws people to you, right? That's the end game for my clients, to have that confidence, to wear the color that they've always been afraid of wearing because they didn't want to call attention to themselves. I always tell women, especially my corporate clients, wear the red lipstick, wear the high heels, wear the beautiful dress. Don't feel like you have to wear a black suit, a navy suit, and be invisible. You want to stand out.
So Susan, where can people find information on you and learn more about you? Where can they go?
So they can go to my website, which is lifestyledbysusan.com. They can find me on Instagram at life_styledbysusan. And then I'm on LinkedIn as well under Susan Salter, Lifestyle by Susan.
All right. Well, appreciate it, Susan. Thanks for stopping by. And
you're welcome. Thanks for having me, Neil.
You're welcome. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.